Hello, and welcome to the Main Meal Weight Management Support, where we help each other find the self-confidence and self-esteem necessary to reach and maintain a weight goal by tapping into joy and living our best lives in every moment. So we've been talking about conversations, the conversations we have with other people, the conversations we have with ourselves. And we looked at what we're actually talking about. And we looked at what else we might say. So today we want to take those conversations and practice our positives. So when you begin with one of the conversations that you noticed where you felt really good about it, you asked yourself, did that conversation bring me joy? And the answer was, oh, yes, it did. So think about that conversation, bring it to mind, remember it. And while you're thinking about it and replaying the conversation, really feel it. Feel it in your body, feel it in your breath, feel it in your heart and in your mind. Really, really tap into the good feeling and the positive vibes you got from that conversation. Replay it 2 or 3 times a day. Practice that conversation, but more practice those feelings. Because the more you practice a positive conversation, the more often you'll want to do that. You'll want to have conversations that feel like that. And when you are having conversations that feel like that, you'll recognize them right in the moment. It's like, this is one of those good conversations. This is a joyful conversation. And whether it's just living and breathing and being in the moment with that joy, or whether it's giving a little word of gratitude for the person you're talking to, or if it's yourself, gratitude for yourself, just really, really resonate with the joy and with the positive sense that you get from those good kinds of conversations. And if you want to, you can pick one of your more challenging conversations and look at it and say, what part of that conversation did I do well? Did I make a good choice for when to end it? Did I make a choice somewhere in the middle of it to back off from my anger or my frustration? Give yourself some credit for the things that you did do. And then practice what it might feel like if you could redo that conversation. What would it be like if you did it all over again differently? The biggest thing we want to do is practice, practice, practice the positive feelings, the positive thoughts, the positive conversations, and look for opportunities to have more of the positive conversations. We can turn any conversation into something a little more lively if we're present to it and we give it just a little more of our energy. But that's the practice of noticing what feels good and doing that again and again and again. And whether it's the conversation we have with ourselves, like, oh, that was a good choice I made. Oh, look at that choice. Wow, I wouldn't have done that 6 months ago. That's pretty cool. Or whether it's with somebody else and just the joy you feel in having the conversation with that person. We want to practice our positives at every opportunity. Don't miss a chance. Do it as often and as much as you can. You may not turn around every negative conversation you have all at once. And I personally won't affirm that I'll never have a negative conversation again in my life. I don't think we're perfect. I don't think we need to be perfect. But the idea is to have joyful conversations outnumber the difficult conversations. We want at least a 3-to-1 ratio, if not 10-to-1 ratio. And that's what we're working toward, is just better, just make our lives better, find the joy, live our best lives in every moment. So if you want more on this topic, you can go to themainmealwms.com, click on the blog. I do write about these topics that I post in a video every week. You can also search for the Main Meal Weight Management Support YouTube channel and find all these videos in one place, and you can go back and replay some of the old ones. Whatever you're doing, whatever changes you're making in your life, it's a game of solitaire, and it should never be played alone. Let's do this together. See you next week.